Hi, Todder. Right now, I'm in the very beginning stages of rendering down some beef marrow, so I can cook these onions to make caramelized onions for you. Well, we'll be back in a couple. Well, for me, it'll be a few minutes, but for you, you'll be like, "Wow, look at that! It's rendered down a little bit more." But I'll be back in a bit. Well, it's been a couple minutes now. As you can see, this is cooking down nicely. It's rendering down really nicely, and I'm just gonna say it tastes absolutely amazing. I gave it a little taste, like I'll do this right now again. Wow, that tastes really good. Just so you know, I've got my onions here. I've got a little garlic in there too, but I'm gonna caramelize this down. And right here is I've got a special sauce I'm gonna use. That tastes good. Basically, what I'm caramelizing these onions down for is I'm going to be making a patty melt. But yeah, that looks like it's right there ready for the onions and the little bit of garlic. It was like 4 onions and like half a head of garlic. The onions were like baseball size, basically, so you have an idea of how much I'm making here. But yeah, I'm going to cook this down and make some caramelized onions for you all. Add that in there. Maybe I can grab that last little bit there because we don't want to waste anything, you know. There we go. And here we go. Beautiful. Now I'm going to let this cook down. We got a nice heat on it right now. On the oven, we're like a 6.5, 7 basically. We might drop that down a little bit in a little while, in a couple, but right now this is where it is. We're gonna start cooking these onions down here, and we'll go from there. Hi, I'm back right now. It's been cooking down for a couple minutes, but it's got a lot more time to go for it to be where it should be. It's got a lot more time. But I thought I'd show you a little progress on this. Alright, it's been cooking for a little bit right now, as I'll show you right here. It's been cooking for a little bit, but we still got time on it. We still got a lot of time to cook these down, and cook these down really well. But this is the time where I'm going to add a little salt. I got some coarse ground, it's a coarse sea salt I picked up. It's right here. It's a beautiful sea salt. It really is. I'm going to add some salt here. A little more. And I've got some ground black pepper here that I pre-ground myself, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to add that into there. And at this point, I'm also going to add a little Sazon Goya, my little packet of love, I call it. It really is. It's basically MSG with a couple of other ingredients added to it. Annatto and probably like something else, but it's a little packet of love. It adds a zip to whatever you're making. It'll make it pop. It'll make it the bomb, diggity dank. But yeah, I'm going to add that into here now. And we're going to let this cook down a little bit. We're still at that like 6, 7 range on the stove here. But yeah, I'm going to stir this in. This is the only way you're going to get that love, that beautiful flavor. And this is going to cook down for a little bit more. A lot more, honestly. It's going to cook down for a bit more. I want these onions to caramelize and just be full of flavor. And I'm going to add some more stuff to it as it goes. But yeah, this is the beginning stages for my caramelized onions for my patty melt I'm going to be making. Alright, it's been cooking for a few minutes, actually a lot longer than what it's showing on the camera here, because I pausing the video so that we can cook it down a bit more. It's got a little time left to it. I'm gonna let you on a little secret. If you're gonna caramelize onions for a dish or something, expect it to take a while. Right now it's been about a half an hour cooking time, real life cooking time. It's been a half an hour. And it's got probably like another half an hour or a little bit longer left to go. Because when you do caramelized onions, you want to do it slow. You want to do a slow cook on it. And you're releasing the flavors. You are caramelizing the sugars in the onion. And with the addition of salt and pepper and a little Sazon Goya, it's going to help do that a little bit more. But there's going to be a little bit more I'm going to add to this, which you will see. But I have to cook this down a bit more because, you know, there's a certain flavor profile what I'm looking for. So yeah, so it's been like almost 6 minutes here time. And in actual reality, it's been a half an hour of cooking. It's been, I don't know, semi-medium heat, 6, 7 on your dial there for stove temp. But yeah, we're letting it cook down. We're going to let it cook down more. Then we'll add a couple other ingredients to it, which will make it pop even more. It'll be probably like a French onion, caramelized onion type deal, That's what I'm aiming for with this. Alright, we'll be back in a little bit. Hello again. As you can see, it's cooked down considerably from the point where I started, But still, it's got more time to cook down. Like I said, it's when you do caramelized onions, you do it long and slow, It's kind of like sex, Like good sex. When good sex is involved, it's long and slow, But yeah, you can see the beautiful fan. They call it the fan. That little bit down right here starting to develop. And once I add something to glaze it, it'll just capture that and just make these onions taste unbelievable. But yeah, these onions got some time. We still have time to cook. You gotta get this browned up a little bit more, We gotta get the color developed for it. Here we go. It's been cooking for a while. The actual cooking time has probably been, in actual reality, like an hour. But yeah, you can see how this is cooked down. Oh, excuse me, I just farted, just so you know. I'm going to let this cook down a bit more. I have to let it cook down a little bit. Excuse me for a minute. I have to let it cook down a little bit more. As you can see, it's cooked down a lot. It's cooked down a lot, and the flavors are just amazingly concentrating right now. But yeah, this is where we are. We're in real time. We're like an hour into the cook. It's a slow process. To caramelize onions, it really is, to do it properly, it's a slow process. You're slowly cooking them down and releasing everything, and it's got a little more time, but we're almost there to where I'm going to add a couple other things and then go from there and then reduce that down again. But yeah, this is where we are now. I mean, these are looking amazing, and they're absolutely smelling amazing. But also, I'm going to take this a second to do a shameless plug for a particular beer I have right now. This one is called, it's a kind of juicy, hazy double India Pale Ale, and it's 9% alcohol, as you can see, but it's from Three Heads Brewing. And Three Heads Brewing is out of Rochester, New York. And I gotta say, I like it. As far as beer, I like it a lot. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple, and we'll see how this progresses. Alright, it's been cooking for a little while. Now I'm going to add 1 beef bouillon cube to this. There we go. I've got some Worcestershire sauce from Tops, which is kind of like a Stop and Shop. But I'm going to add some of that into here. And I'm also going to add some Chianti that I picked up the other day. So I think that would be a most wonderful addition for this. There we go. Now we're going to let this cook down and incorporate itself into it, what I'm making right now. This caramelized onions, we're going to let this reduce down and go from there. All right, I'll be back in a couple from that point. All right, I'm close to the point where I want this, you know. It's like right there, you know. It's like perfectly caramelized. Let me just do a little quick little. Again. Wow. It tastes absolutely amazing right now. And this is the point where I want to cook it down to. Maybe a tiny bit more, but you know, it's like right there, you know. Alright, well, peace, good eats, and all that. Enjoy your day. Bye now.